Reports have just emerged from Germany showing the true scale of the economic devastation being felt by the rise of the Chinese automotive industry. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. And for a long time, for years, one of the reasons I started this channel was to try to warn the West of what was about to happen. And boy, is it happening already. What you're seeing now, though, is only the tip of the iceberg. When the Titanic hit that iceberg, it wasn't real big. At least that's what they thought. Below the surface of the waters, though, well, that iceberg was enormous. The German automotive sector is in crisis. Jobs have been slashed. Economic woes are hitting. And it's only about to get a lot worse. We're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. The true iceberg is hidden below the waters. US trade policy, along with Chinese competition and new Chinese regulations, China has introduced a luxury car tax, which will pretty much only affect German automotive industry. That was put into place about 1 month ago, and that will have an enormous effect on jobs in this sector. A perfect storm of industry and economic challenges have weighed on Germany's automotive industry, which has shed more than 50,000 jobs over the past 12 months. Over that period, Germany's auto industry, one of the European countries' largest sectors, has seen job cuts of around 7% of the entire workforce, or around 52,000 positions, according to analysis from EY based on data from the German government. So, overall job losses across the German industry period, all of it, over the last 12 months, were 114,000, right? That, well, shows you that half of the job losses in the German automotive industry have come from the automotive sector. Half of the job losses in German industry, period, have come from simply the car industry. No other industrial sector has recorded such a strong reduction in employment, the report said, according to a CNBC translation from the original German. The study said that 112,000 jobs have been cut in the auto sector, compared to the 2019 period preceding the COVID-19 pandemic. We've actually never seen what's happening in the German automotive industry, and we've never actually seen the kind of bankruptcies that Germany is seeing as well, which is not really being reported on in the United States or really in Australia or the West. Jan Brohilka, managing partner of the assurance division at EY in Germany, said in a press release that the job reductions, or the job losses, I should say, came in a response to the difficult situation of the German automotive industry. It's not just difficult, it's an impossible situation. Massive profit declines, overcapacities, and ailing foreign markets make a marked reduction of jobs impossible to avoid, he said. EY's report noted that revenues in the sector pulled back nearly 2% in the second quarter of 2025 compared to the same period in the previous year, and profits have crashed. German auto giant Volkswagen, for one, reported a very sharp drop in second quarter profit and lowered its full year guidance. The decline in the auto sector is notably a smaller drop than the 2.1% loss in the revenues that the overall German industry is facing. And that's the big problem here. The German automotive industry is in a crisis, but so is the industry, basically the entire manufacturing industry in Germany. Germany's auto industry has long battled a multitude of challenges, says CNBC, such as stark Chinese competition on costs and innovation, as well as difficulties to gain ground in the electric vehicle race, which some automakers and analysts have attributed to federal government bureaucracy and regulation. Basically, automakers and some experts are saying bureaucracy in Germany is killing industry. US President Donald Trump's trade policy has added to the mounting woes. Germany, and especially its auto sector, are heavily export oriented and count the United States as one of their biggest markets, where the Made in Germany label has historically been seen as a sign of quality. Recent data from the status showed that auto and auto part exports to the United States declined by 8.6% in the first half of 2025. That's a precipitous drop compared to the same period last year. Automakers have repeatedly warned of the potential impact of tariffs and the costs that those tariffs will have on Germany's largest car manufacturers. The industry may enjoy some relief after details of the US-EU trade agreement emerged earlier this month. Autos will be subjected, or cars, I should say, will be subjected to 15% duties, but only after the EU makes legislation changes to reduce its industrial levies. But still, a 15% tariff is a tariff that didn't exist before. And that in and of itself makes it much harder for Germany to compete in other markets, well, particularly in the United States. But China, it's facing even worse problems. The state of Germany's overall economy has also been a headwind for the automotive industry, with the country's annual gross domestic product declining in both 2023 and 2024. Its GDP is going down. This year also appears, it also appears to be off to a slow start after Europe's largest economy recorded 0.3% growth in the first quarter. The latest figures for the second quarter showed a 0.3% decline. It could be heading into recession. It's possible. Looking ahead, EY's Brohilka says he expects German auto exports to the US and China to fall under more pressure and to continue to decline, with the former being impacted by tariffs and China by weakening demand, which is a massive issue. As various German industrial giants are currently undergoing restructuring or cost reduction programs, the number of industry jobs will keep falling, said Brohilka. In other words, yes, things are looking pretty tough for the German automotive industry, but it's only about to get a lot worse. What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think in the comments. And guys, thank you for your support. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.